I'm Lila Mary, and this week I am interviewing author Matthew Thompson about his upcoming anthology, Paths to Renown. So, hi, welcome.
Thank you very much. Hi, very nice to meet you.
Yes, you too. Can you please give us a summary of Paths to Renown in your own words?
Well, Paths to Renown is an anthology of short stories covering about a dozen different characters as they really just take their first steps on their paths to becoming heroes. Some of them are recurring characters from a previous novel I had, others are brand new. It's a standalone work, no romance, no spice, and it's just high fantasy hijinks.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Can you talk a bit about the different pieces of magic and world building within this anthology?
All of the stories are just snapshots of my own fantasy world. Each of them introduces just little chunk of the whole world at large. If you're familiar with tabletop role-playing games, things like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that, you'll recognize the magic system that I use.
Yeah, perfect. So the magic system of Dungeons and Dragons is so universal, and I love seeing it appear in novels as well. Do you have a favorite element of world building or magic in this collection?
Well, to be entirely honest, I love it all. My favorite part of world building is just the experience of it. I grew up in a very small town in the upper Midwest, only 200 people. I imagine myself as the character, walking into these situations, these locales, meeting these people for the very first time. What do I see? What do I smell? What are they doing that's the same, familiar to me? What are they doing that's completely alien? You know, are they eating something funky? Are they eating something that, you know, my grandma used to make for me back in the day? That's the stuff that I really love. The opportunity, the experience of experiencing something for the very first time.
That makes a lot of sense. I love when the senses are incorporated in world building as well. That makes it so much richer. Can you talk a bit about your inspirations for the book?
Well, I've been into world building and playing role-playing games for a long time, getting close to 60 or 50 years anyway. I enjoy creating new and different characters for those games, and writing is just a natural offshoot of this. Okay, I've got this brand new character. What are they going to do? One of my favorite tools in role-playing games, after a person creates a character, asking them, okay, you are at the old folks retirement community, and somebody walks up to you and said, you look like somebody famous, like somebody I should know. What did you do with your life? That's the way I approach these characters. What will they do? Where did they get their start? Really, that's my biggest inspiration. I love the character creation. Always asking what's next and getting those answers.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And that kind of inquisitive approach to writing characters is a wonderful way to develop them in a really full and rounded way. Something I love to ask everyone. I've been sitting with this world and these characters for so long, but new readers are about to enter it for the first time. Which of these stories or characters are you most excited for readers to meet for the first time?
That is a very difficult question to ask. It's a bunch of short stories, and my very favorite character, the one I'm reading about right now. And when I'm done with that story, it's the next one, and the next one. Wally, the young ranger, has a dragon for a friend, don't call it a pet, and it just how he views the world and reacts to it. Always asking questions, always running his mouth, seemingly endlessly. That's the one that sticks with me the most.
Yeah, that makes sense. I know favorites are very hard for authors, especially with a collection like this. Each story features something different. What would you say is the central theme that ties them all together?
I'm a throwback. I truly believe that good should triumph over evil. This battle is lost. In the grand scheme of things, good will triumph. The freshness of first experiences and in traveling. I love to travel. The characters love to travel. They like to see new things. Took inspiration from the books that I read as a kid and continue reading as an adult. Have hopefully continued that tradition.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Do you imagine any of these stories are connected or take place in the same world?
Oh yes, absolutely. There are plans for the next book. The characters will start meeting each other and interacting, and I personally can't wait to see it.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I love a group of connected stories that are all in the same universe like this. We kind of already discussed this, but I know favorites are hard for authors. But do you have a favorite story within this collection?
Okay, sure. Actually, it's the first story in the book, The Oracle's Dilemma. I am a pantser. Viewers don't know that I don't make a plan. I usually start out with, Bob wants to grow up to be a wizard, okay? And I start writing. I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know what's going to happen. I just go where the keyboard takes me. Those people that are planners, they're quaking in their boots right now. The very first story, The Oracle's Dilemma, I really, really wanted to see what happened next for the character and what she did after she left home. And I was getting way too long and too wordy and really difficult to whittle down into something that could be considered a short. So that was really the one that was most difficult for me.
Yeah, that was a good one. This is the second anthology in this series. Will there be another edition? If so, what can readers look forward to within it?
Yes, there will definitely be a third. I am about 50,000 words into it, looking at a lot of the characters to run into each other, working with each other, having adventures and misadventures with each other. It's been a lot of fun thus far, seeing how the interactions are going. With the first book, I've already got some good feedback. A couple of characters that people would really like to see standalone books written for. And that's for way down the line. It's in the pipeline.
Yeah, for sure. I love a universe that is just so expansive that it can hold so many different stories, full length, short, with all these different characters. What do you hope readers take away from reading Paths to Renown?
Takeaway, really, that fun can still be had in the world. That reading for enjoyment can be a blast. Like I said earlier, it's kind of a throwback to the pulp novels that I read as a kid. I would love it if readers could get the same kind of satisfaction that I did when I read about stories of Piotr and Grok or the newly named Merrick in this book as he takes command and potentially screws it all up. Reading can still be a whole lot of fun, and you don't have to do it. It's just pure escapism.
Yes, I think that's the heart of all fantasy is escapism, and that's every writer's goal, in my opinion, is to provide an escape for a reader.
Indeed.
Is there anything else you'd like to add that we haven't covered here?
Other than giving it a try. Reading can be a heck of a lot of fun, and I use it to escape from the horrors and mundanity of everyday life. I welcome everybody else to do the same.
Yes, that's a wonderful message. Absolutely. Tell the people where they can find you online and where they can find Paths to Renown.
Well, my books are available on Amazon and Ingram Spark. Search for my name, Matthew O. Thompson. I'm also on TikTok, Mott, M-O-T, the verbose. I try to keep updates going as to progress and what's going on. I'd rather write than play around on social media, but it's the nature of the beast.
Thank you so much. I will put the link to the book in the description for anyone watching who wants to check it out. And
thank you very much.
yeah, thank you for being here.